talk real quick about Pincushioning 201. This is pretty fun stuff. You, go.
All right. I will be right back.
Pincushioning 201 today is talking about a trap that a friend of mine developed called the come to Jesus moment. Or come to Palor, or, come to whatever deity you wanted to use as far as that goes. And the idea behind the trap was very simple. And that trap was that there was a silver dragon who's overlooking the party or the campaign or the thing or whatever's going on. And there is a reason for this said silver dragon, gold, bronze, whatever you want to use, to sort of keep, an eye on the party and sort of exert some control over their lives. And what happens is every time they do something morally questionable or morally corrupt, the dragon teleports to them. And then the dragon pulls them off to the side, and they have that come to Jesus moment with the dragon, where the dragon basically pulls out its +5, mom-powered guilt trip over why you're being a disappointing soul. So every time your rogue kneels down to pick a lock, there's a behind you. Why are you here? Why are you breaking into this vault? I need the money. There are honest ways to make your money, Chet. But this is faster. So it's not a trap, so to say. Well, it is a trap. It's a moral trap. Because, you're going to have this thing that's, 5,000 years older than you are and 8,000 more times more powerful than you, basically sitting around tisking you for the next, 10 or 15 years. It's also pretty interesting explaining to all your friends and all the other people why, this person keeps appearing and popping in and out of your life. Now, the only time this was ever used that I remember from my gaming experience was the DM was running a campaign where one of the players was an heir to a throne. And there was a bond between the dragons in the kingdom and the actual heir to the kingdom's throne. And so, the dragon had to prepare the heir for his throne, even though he didn't know it was his throne. And the guy was playing a thief who was, an immoral, womanizing, drunkard who smoked lots and lots and lots of, psychedelic drugs and, stole things left and right. And, whatever he didn't, need a claw hammer to steal, he took. Wow. Nice. Now, this goes hand in hand with a couple other things, though. A theory that I've been working on for a while is that, I had one game where one set of characters were breaking into a dragon's lair to steal the treasure. You waving your fingers at me? Yeah. One character who's trying to, or the party is trying to break into this dragon's lair to steal the treasure, and the dragon has set this place up with lousy full of, non-lethal traps. And one of them, of course, being the whole, the dragon pops in and guilt trips you. And what was funny was that this silver dragon was doing this with this character group, and the DM told me point blank he got the idea from Ghost Rider. And the whole penance stare that Ghost Rider uses. And he said that I always imagined, silver dragons, old silver dragons who were, trying to, teach you a lesson of being, your nagging Italian grandmother. What are you doing with yourself? Why are you doing this? What's wrong with you? Would you do this in front of me? Just things like it was. And the way he presented it was always just an absolute scream. So I always like to share that particular story as a quote unquote trap. Because again, it's kind of hard to, think about, dragons and good dragons and, lethal traps and such. One of the things that I always thought was pretty funny was I had one guy who had a dragon that was living close to a kingdom. He was constantly getting robbed, but he was a nice guy and he wasn't going to kill anybody. So he had this trap where basically what happens is he had a portal set up between the entrance to his lair and the local jail. So every time you went through the main entrance of the lair and you jumped inside, you got caught, you popped out of his lair and landed in local jail. Got to the point where the sheriff was like, oh, dragon hunting again. We'll see you in 48 hours. That to me was a very good example of probably what would be a good metallic dragon, trap, so to say.